Now, getting to a different subject, if I might, and that is that recently you wrote an article basically talking about the state pension, and you wrote that Judge Bagneris was, I think, applying for his pension, and that Mitch Landrieu already has his pension, which is almost state pension, and that Mitch Landrieu gets about mid 80s, I believe, in terms of per year in pension, and the judge will get mid 90s, I believe. Is that correct?
What I reported, again, another story for the Lens, was that the mayor, since he stepped down as lieutenant governor, remember he was lieutenant governor for, I think it was about 6 years, that when he stepped down, he became eligible for a state pension when he added in his time in the state house. And so he is drawing, since he's become mayor, he's, along with his mayoral salary, which is about $150,000 a year, he's also drawing the state pension, which is another $80,000. So he's making about $230,000 in public taxpayer dollars. There's nothing wrong with him getting the state pension, and as you mentioned, Judge Bagneris has applied for one himself and is 20 years on the bench. What was news was that the figure that I reported had not been published before. The mayor, on his public financial disclosure report, had noted that he is drawing the pension, but no one had actually reported the amount.
Now, one thing that really, I guess, surprised me is that a person such as the mayor, who has worked for state government for, in this case, 6 years as lieutenant governor, and roughly 6 years as a member of the state legislature.
16 years.
16 years? As a member.
He was in the state house from 1988 to 2004.
Okay, so that's where you get the over 20 years then.
22.
Okay. Yeah, over 20 years, 22 years. Well, that's he gave of himself. I know that it's very difficult to be a state legislature. It seems like a lot of money regardless, but that's the system.
Yeah,
and
he's eligible for that money. It's for life that he'll get this state pension. I should note that the legislature has changed the pension system, so legislators now cannot receive a pension based on their legislative service.
Oh, is that right? So a person who was in a is that proactive, or is that retroactive?
I don't know what legislators such as Mitch Landrieu were grandfathered in. But it's certainly anybody who's currently in the legislature, maybe elected after whatever year that this was passed, maybe about 10 years ago, that they are not eligible. Senator John Alario, who's been in there for years and years, and others, I think they will be eligible for that pension.
Now, I know this is out of your purview, and this is really the last question I have, and that is that we have an election coming up this Saturday. Do you have any feel for who's going to win?
I would say that all of the fundamentals in the race favor Mitch Landrieu. He's got more money. He's able to buy more time on TV. A short election season with various disruptions.
Sure.
Christmas, New Year's, the Saints, now this cold snap. That all should favor the incumbent Landrieu as well. Plus, Landrieu has had a team in place. They've been planning for some time to his re-election campaign, where Bagneris got into the race late, and has had to kind of throw together his campaign. The one chance that Bagneris has, and since I haven't seen a public poll, I don't know how good his chances are, is this theme that he's been talking about of a tale of two cities. We have to remember that New Orleans is a majority African American city, and if there's enough strong feeling in the 7th, 8th, 9th wards in New Orleans East that they have been left behind with all the positive things that have been happening in New Orleans, and that Mayor Landrieu has not been paying enough attention to them while he's been assisting Uptown and Mid-City and the sliver by the river. If there's a deep enough feeling, that I think is the scenario under which Bagneris could win. But as I said, I think that would be a big surprise.
From what I remember, he needs to get 65% of the black vote and 25% of the white vote. I think those are the general numbers. I'll be very shocked. I'll be honest with you. I'll be very shocked personally if Mitch Landrieu doesn't pull it out. I am very impressed with the support that Bagneris has gotten, Bold, Soul, Life, and some of the other ministers and other endorsements over such a short period of time. And maybe that, even though Landrieu has a strong popularity in at least the last survey, the UNO survey, to have those organizations to be so out, at least in favor of Bagneris, was to me very surprising. So I guess we'll have to see what happens on Saturday.
Yeah, we don't know yet whether those organizations still have enough political juice to make an impact.
Sure, absolutely. Well, Tyler Bridges, listen, thanks a lot. Great reporting. lensnola.org, am I right? And the Lens. And so thanks for visiting us again, and we will talk to you after the election. How's that?
That's good. And also just a quick plug for my Twitter feed, @TEG Bridges.
Absolutely. In fact, what we will do is put that on the video. How's that?
Sounds good. Well, I appreciate it, Steve. Always good talking to you.
Thanks. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.